Hey, Kris, just wondering if you could tell us if today felt a little more normal because you sort of knew what you were getting into, at least I think to some degree. And then as you move forward here going into the weekend, how much are you in communication with David about game planning and lineup decisions and all that? And how much are you kind of, I guess putting your own thoughts into how you guys might strategize for those type of things?
Well, first of all, I've had a little bit of time to reflect on what happened, and it feels more like a regular coaching day where we just finished the game. We're reviewing the game on video and talking within the assistants. Mostly Gordon Murphy, myself, but we've also talked to Quinny a little bit. It was mostly just preparing for what kind of practice this should be and looking at the schedule, who we're playing, what do we want to do. And then we'll move forward getting prepared to play Washington. We'll contact again probably before I get on the flight to Washington, and we'll discuss a game plan and go over video of what's our game plan against them.
Next question comes from Colin Stevenson. Colin, go ahead.
Hey, Kris, we noticed that Kris Kreider was not practicing and that Igor Shesterkin was. So I want to ask you about the status of both players. Is Igor a possibility to play on this trip? And, is Kris Kreider just a maintenance day, as we were told?
Yes, that was just a maintenance day. Shesty is a possibility this weekend. Georgie will be our starting goaltender for the first game, and then we'll go from there.
Next question comes from Mark Rosenman. Mark, go ahead.
Kris, two questions. First, you said you spoke to Coach Quinn, not revealing anything medically. Is he feeling okay? Number one. And number two, Coach Quinn had mentioned a while back how the Penguins, did a practice with just wood sticks and how it kind of cleared the air and just, broke up the monotony of the full season. Is there an effect when a whole new staff comes in and maybe practices run a little differently than the everyday type of practice and kind of let the guys lighten up and have a little less pressure on them?
Well, I don't think having the guys had fun today in practice. There's no doubt about that. But it had nothing to do with the coaching staff or any drills or any messages that we talked. They were having fun because they just enjoyed a hockey game where it's probably been a long time since they experienced something like that, and they were having fun. So, hopefully they had their fun, and hopefully they can dial it in and get prepared to play Washington, who's one of the best teams in the NHL right now with the way they've been playing.
Next question comes from Vince Mercogliano. Vince, go ahead.
Chris, I'm wondering if you could give us a little insight into what your interactions with the players have been, maybe some of the veteran guys that you haven't been around a ton. I'm sure they've been welcoming, and I'm sure the win helps, but have you been able to have a little fun with those guys yet?
The veterans have been, and the young players have been outstanding. They've been very accommodating. Like yesterday, just with routines, meeting times, and preparation with the power play. Not sure how things are, the ebbs and flows of the pregame rituals, and they helped us out with that. And because as new coaching staff, we're here we don't want to disrupt what they're doing, and we want to go as smoothly as possible and share the message that the coaching staff wants to share, and not turn things upside down. We've been able to have some conversations with them before. As I said, they were very helpful. And then on the ice, during practice, we got to talk about the game a little bit. And I don't know. I think the leadership here with the organization is outstanding.
Next question comes from Colin Stevenson. Colin, go ahead.
Kris, just to lighten this up a little bit, I mean, you win a game by 9 goals last night. I mean, when you're running practice today, I mean, are there any corrections or anything? What is it like to run practice when you basically did everything right the night before?
There's practices that are technical practices, and then there's practices that are just for the players to get on the ice and feel comfortable and confident. So when they, when for their next game, they've got the confidence that they can play well. And today was one of those confident practices where we did some passing, we did a little bit of skating, the players can shoot, but really system-wise, there was very, very little.
And final question comes from Molly Walker. Molly, go ahead.
You mentioned yesterday getting told to potentially pack a bag when you got the call because you may be going on road trips and such. So now that you know you are, did you get a chance to pack that bag? And what's going through your head getting this opportunity to get back behind an NHL bench?
Yeah, first of all, we didn't have much time, and I did pack a bag, but after our game last night, looking at how much I packed, it wasn't enough. And being behind an NHL bench is, it's very exciting. And even though there was about 2,000 fans last night, it didn't feel like that. I felt that they were very vocal and into the game. And just being behind the bench, being able to call out lines and being part of the victory is, it's memorable. I will definitely, of all my coaching memories, this will be one of the most significant ones.